and welcome back to my channel. I'm Camper Grace, and this video is going to be a little bit different. These are not all the books I read in 2023, just a few of them, and literally all I read is romance. So apparently I need to branch out into other genres, so leave some recommendations in the comments if you think I should try other book series or anything like that, because all I read is romance. But I have no problem with that. If all I had to read for the rest of my life was romance, I would be happy with that because it's what I do anyway. So these are in no particular order. I'm just going to be going through some of them that I really like and some that I don't like, and unpopular opinions, and I'm going to be telling you guys what I think about them and what I rated them. So let's get into this because you guys don't have all day. And I'm actually filming this on Valentine's Day, so that's kind of funny. All about the romance, but it's just me and my dog, so. So the first book, I guess you could say kind of love story I read is my Bible. But I wanted to put this in this video. I think this Bible verse really speaks for itself, and it's the best kind of love you'll ever receive. So that is the number one romance book I read of 2023. Love story, I guess you could say. We'll be continuing to read it always. So that is the first book. So this one is just a really cute romance, especially if you like the aesthetics of like Europe, Paris, all of that. And I think it's just a really light, fun, fast-paced read to throw in if you like romance, and I really like rereading it around February. I don't know why, but I just always read it around February, obviously. And I think I rated this one a 4-star, and this one has just always been super nostalgic for me because it's the first romance book that I ever really read and that got me into reading the romance genre, and I just think it's a really cute story. It follows Anna, who goes off to boarding school, and she has to figure out how to navigate life in Paris, and she meets all these friends, and she meets, the one. Fast, light, fun read, and really fun if you just want to read a book set in Paris. Okay, so this book is really cute, and it has all the quotes in it and stuff and references to movies, of course. That's why it's called Better Than Movies. It is a really cute high school romance, and a lot of people were going crazy over it, and I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me. I just kind of think that it was a little boring at the end. I don't know, I just didn't really see what all the hype was about. There is a lot of cute things that happen in the story, and I like the main character, but I just think that there is too much hype almost around it, so I didn't really enjoy it as much as everybody else did, but that's okay. So the main thing I really didn't enjoy as much in this book was the ending. I kind of feel like it was a little underwhelming. I'm the type of girl that really likes over the top, really romantic endings to the story, but if you like simple, sweet, cute, short endings, you might really enjoy this. There is definitely a lot of good parts to the story, but I just didn't love it as much as everybody else was. Oh, I never said what I rated that one. Typical. This is my channel, guys. You gotta get used to the chaos. So, I have my notes here. They're not really helping very much. The rating I ended up giving this book was a 3-star. So it wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't my favorite. So the next book is Pride and Prejudice, and my friend Chloe actually got me this copy, and I was over the moon about this one because it is just so unique and pretty, and of course this one is a reread for me, and I like to read it all the time, and it's my favorite book. It's my favorite. Hold on, Peyton wants in. She wants to play. I'm almost done in the video now. She's right here. Pride and Prejudice is definitely a reread for me. I've probably read it multiple times by now. I've lost count, but it's my favorite book. It's my favorite movie. And if you are nervous to get into classics, I just gotta say, don't be, because you're missing out. But I definitely recommend that you watch the 2005 version and the 1995 version before you read it if you haven't read it yet. Because that'll just break it down a little bit more for you and help you understand this before you read it. And if you still find it hard to understand when you're reading it for the first time, you can also like have the audiobook playing while you're reading it, so that way it's a little bit easier for you to understand. But I definitely recommend you read this one because you're missing out. Okay, the rating on this obviously is a 5-star, and I will probably be rereading it this year as well. So this year I had the honor to experience Sarah Adams' books for the first time, and the first one I read was The Cheat Sheet. And if you know me, you know that I love football, I love sports, I love just all of this, and I soaked up every bit of it, and it was amazing and super fast paced. And just Sarah Adams books are always super cute and fun and light, but I feel like Sarah Adams is definitely a hit or miss. Either you like her, I'm sorry, either you love her or you just not your favorite. But if you love Hallmark movies, you love Disney movies, you love all those things, then you're definitely gonna love Sarah Adams. I just love these because they're super cute, fun, lighthearted, and they kind of can get you out of a reading slump. I feel like if you were in one, you should try it out. But anyway, so I gave Cheat Sheet a 4-star, and I don't know, I just really like this one. I've already reread it twice, I think. So yeah, this one is definitely one of my favorites. Gosh, you guys, I was just rewatching that clip and I just realized I forgot to tell you the most funny part. Okay, one fun fact, I guess you could say, is I love good side characters. So I find myself liking side characters of movies and books sometimes better than the main character, and I just feel like if you are a good author, that you have really good side characters as well. So the side characters aren't really like super like detailed and deep in this story. Peyton, really? She's barking at everything. One of Nathan's friends, that's the name of the guy in the story, is just super hilarious. He is just, I don't know. I really like funny characters, and I feel like he is just one of those that are funny and just make you laugh for like just saying the randomest things. But anyway, I really think that good side characters make a good story too. So I really like Nathan and Bree, obviously. So that's all I would say about that. Oh, and also, you guys are like probably, can you just shut up about this book? But anyway, if you don't like the miscommunication trope, then you probably definitely will not like this book. But again, it's just a cute, light-hearted, funny read, and not funny, sweet, fun, cute, all those things. So again, it's just one of those that you have to be like in a really, oh my gosh, embracing all the kind of cringy quirks of this book, because if you don't like things like that, then you probably won't like this book. But I know all of the Sarah Adams fans out there, just they get it, and yeah, thanks Sarah. And then for Christmas, I got her other book, When in Rome. So When in Rome is about this girl Amelia. She is a singer, pop star. She's super famous, and she just needs to get away from work for a while. So she decides to drive to this small town, and she meets this baker. He's more grumpy. She's more like sunshine happy. He's like the grumpy baker. He lives in this small town. All these other characters kind of annoy him, but not really. And it just kind of reminds me of Luke Danes and Lorelai Gilmore. So if you like Gilmore Girls, I feel like you would definitely like this book. It's just all the quirky vibes of like Stars Hollow, I kind of feel like. So if you like, basically I was saying this is Lorelai Gilmore if she joined the Bengals and got famous. If you watch the show, you know. Like Gilmore Girls, definitely try this book. I also really feel like when they meet is like kind of different, and I find it really funny and cute, and I think that's like one of my favorite parts of the book is when they meet. So if you know, you know. It's just really funny. So I gave this book I actually haven't read this book yet. I decided to let it marinate, but apparently it's been marinating a while, and I think I'm going to give it a 4-star as well, just like the cheat sheet. I don't often give out 5 stars, so It has to be like amazing, and this one was pretty close. So any of Sarah Adams are pretty close to 5-star. So in 2023, I also read The Love Hypothesis for the first time, and I think this book and most of Elle Hazelwood's books probably can get you out of a reading slump if you're in one. This one, I couldn't put it down. I was so into it. It's really fast-paced. It's really interesting. And again, the characters in these books kind of remind me of Luke Danes and Lorelai Gilmore. She's like very bubbly, happy, likes her junk food, likes, just all the things like that, likes her coffee. And the guy in this book just likes his black coffee, so I think that's really cute and like hilarious. If you're a Gilmore's fan, I feel like you'd like this as well. It's just one of those that are just like, it's definitely a movie, you know what I mean? So it's unrealistic, but it's definitely like funny. So I gave this book a 3-star. Hear me out. I like trying all new books, and the cover of this book, the title, everything, I really had high expectations because I am a book lover, So I know a lot of people love Emily Henry, and I have heard a few people say they read this book and they weren't crazy about it, but they love all her other books. So maybe it's just this one, but I also think YA is more my thing. I don't know. I found that this kind of was just, I don't know, there was nothing that I really remember that was just like, wow, that was a great story. There were some cute parts to it, so it wasn't like horrible, but it was definitely not my favorite. So I feel like this is definitely an unpopular opinion. I feel like some of the scenes was definitely, and I love when books remind me of Gilmore Girls. Obviously a few of the other ones have, but I feel like some of the chapters was just a copy paste of some of the scenes out of Gilmore Girls, and it kind of irritated me a little bit. But I will be trying some other Emily Henry books in the future. So yes, this one was not my favorite, but I tried it. We can all try new things, and we all have our own opinions. So I'm kind of scared of the Emily Henry fans, but I'm here to tell the truth, and the truth is I did not like this book. I gave it a 3-star, but I have the right to change my rating, and I think I'm going to take it down to a 2.5 or a 2-star. So yeah. Moving on. So I don't actually have physical copies of The Summer I Turned Pretty, but I also read that last year, and this is very unpopular opinion, but I do not like the series. I don't understand what the hype is. I find every single character so, annoying, and I feel like it's one of those series that you either hate it or you love it, and I absolutely hate it. There are some cute parts, but I can't think of any. Literally, there's nothing I can recall that was cute or enjoyable about it at all. It just was like, these characters are so dumb, they should not be allowed to leave their house. And I know, I'm sorry to all the fans who like the movie and the show. I personally have never seen the show. I don't want to watch the show. I know I would just absolutely hate it. It's not my cup of tea. My friend actually lent me her series, so I read the first 2 books. I have not read the last book. I will be, I think, maybe eventually forcing myself to read the last book because I feel like I can't really have an opinion on it until I completely finish it. But if my friend didn't really like the series, I would definitely be DNFing it and just moving on with life because I absolutely hate Billy. I hate Conrad. I hate Jeremiah. I'm just team nobody, okay? Everybody is just awful. And also in the book, I don't know why Conrad is in game. I mean, I don't know why anybody would be in game, but I really don't get why he would be in game, if anybody, because he doesn't even like her, I feel like. I mean, that's just me. I feel like he doesn't even like her, and then when he's with her, he's just just because everybody expected him to, kind of, he kind of maybe was last resort pressured into it, and it just kind of was awful. So yeah, girls, please don't take love advice from these books, especially Summer I Turned Pretty, because it is just delusional and ugh. I actually ventured out into a little bit of a different genre. It has some romance in it. I don't think the romance necessarily would be like, well, it is a big part of the story, but it also has a lot of other different things going on in the story, so it's a like little bit fantasy, it's just different. So I read it. I really enjoyed it. There are some things that I'm not crazy about, but I feel like it's just because it's not strictly romance that I was like, eh. But I really do like it, and I will be reading the next books in the series. I've only read this first book, so I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm just left tortured on a cliffhanger right now, so that's interesting. Oh my gosh, I didn't even say what I rated so much. I'm pretty. Okay, rewind. I gave the first book a 1 star, I think, and the second book I didn't even rate it, so I guess like 0 stars, but I don't know if that counts. But if I had to rate it, I'd give it a 1 star as well. And I'm pretty sure the third book, unless something just like tremendously crazy happens, and all these characters just turn upside down, I feel like it's going to be a 1 star as well, or all of them are just no star because they're just, I just don't like them. So anyway, back to the selection. I really like it. It's really interesting, and I am excited to read the next book in the series. Yeah, I rated this a 3 star. Okay, so there were definitely some rereads in this stack of books that I had. Like, of course, I didn't read Pride and Prejudice for the first times, and Anne and the French Kiss I didn't read for the first time. And I think I did reread The Cheat Sheet last year as well. I think I read it twice, but it is a shorter book, so obviously I could read that pretty quickly. But this next book, you can see it already. This book, I literally read it in the springtime, okay? And then I was like thinking about it, and I was like, wow. It's been like a whole year since I don't know why I was thinking this, but I was like, wow, it's been so long since I've read that book. I need to read it for the summer. And my sister was like, you just read it like 2-3 months ago in the spring. And I was like, oh. What's weird about this is I wasn't like in love with like the characters or the story that much. I just think the whole concept of this book was so cool because it's about this family. They go to Martha's Vineyard every summer, and they go, and her cousin is getting married, and it's like a whole week long. So the week of the wedding, they're in Martha's Vineyard, but they're playing a game of assassin with like water guns. So it's really fun, and that's like the whole story of them just playing this game. So it is so fun. And I think it's so cool. But the thing that I really love about this book is that it's set in Martha's Vineyard, and this book has made me obsessed with Martha's Vineyard. I love summer. I just love the aesthetics of it. I have spent hours on Pinterest just looking at this book's aesthetic. And that is the main reason why I loved it so much. Not even like I do really like the characters. I think it's a cute story. It's just a really fun, light read. When I was reading The Summer at Pretty, I was reading it for the aesthetics and was hoping it would get me in the summer, like, mood for summer and excited for summer. And it didn't do that. I feel like they were never, ever hardly on the beach in The Summer at Pretty. So if you were looking for something where they're at the beach, they're playing in the summer, and it's just fun, then definitely read this book because it is so good. Give Summer of Broken Rules a 4 star. So this book was one of my favorites, and I've been trying to keep myself to not read it yet, and we'll just wait till the summer, but I want to read it so bad right now, and it is so hard for me. But anyway, I really want to go to the beach now. I shouldn't have talked about it that much. Oh my gosh, also, I forgot. I keep wanting to add stuff. But remember I was saying I really love fun side... I got cut off, sorry. But I was saying that I just really love funny side characters, and I really like her grandparents. And I just like the whole family, like when they're all together eating at Martha's Vineyard, just like on their porch or whatever. I think those scenes specifically are just really cute. So... enough rambling about this book. So those were my not so favorite romance books and favorite romance books I read in 2023. I hope you guys liked this video. I thought it would be fun to film. This is Valentine's Day today, and I hope you guys really liked it. Make sure you guys leave your favorite romance books in the comments, because obviously I need to read more. And make sure you leave some other genres of some of your favorite books from 2023, and maybe some you've already read this year, in the comments, so everybody can just explore and get some new ideas of books they can read. So I will see you guys in my next video. I'm going to watch Pride and Prejudice and read my romance books and eat chocolate for Valentine's Day, and cuddle with my dog and play with my birds, because I have lots of animals. Anyway, bye.